session we have explored what is the view and what are different kind of views, what is the default view, how we can create the view as per user requirement. View is just a representation of a data as per the user requirement. Okay. So moving ahead into the list settings. So in list settings means what are the different properties, features associated with the list or library. Those we are going to check. So here I am in one list. Consider this is the student okay, employee list here. In employee list, so here when we go, we can see here there is a list setting tab is there. So here list setting is there. So when we create the view or when we means if something which is not available, something which is not available in this user interface. For view editing you can edit the view, but there are some features those are not available in this user interface. In this user interface, okay. So those things are available also related to this employee list are in a list setting. Okay, so you need to go click on this gear icon, and here you can see the list setting. Once we click on the list setting, inside the list setting you can see here there are different settings are there. Okay, different settings. So those are divided in three sections. One is the general setting, one is a permission and management, and one is a communication. Okay, so one by one we'll discuss on each setting what is the purpose of their those settings. Okay, so the permission management, then communication and general setting. First of all we look into the general settings. Okay, before that I'll scroll down and see here. Earlier we explored the columns. Here we explored the columns, and you know the purpose of the columns, how we can add the columns, how we can change the column type, we can change the column ordering and all. Okay, so here we can see the views, all items views is by default. We can create our new view as we discussed in the earlier session. Okay, so here we can see now in the general setting you can see list name and description and navigation. Once I click here, so my list name is a employee list. My list name is a employee list. What I renamed this list here. So while giving the name, so there are two kind of names are there. Okay, there are two types of a name. One is a display name and another is a internal name. One is a display name, another is a internal name. So as I'm saying, display name and internal name. Okay, display name and internal name. So what is the difference between display name and internal name? See, so here you can see this employee, this is the employee. Okay, so this is the, so here you can see this is the employee and name, the list name is the employee, and whatever the name you give at the first time while creating the list which or library or a column, which is called as a display name. Means whenever first time what name, see I have created here employee name, I replace this name with the employee emp list underscore list. Okay, I have replaced this name with the emp list. If I think, or I'll say employee 2021 list. Okay, so this name is a user friendly and it will contain more information, so that from that list I understand that this list is related to employee join in a 2021. Okay, so description about this, here you can say this list contain employee join in 2021. So description is for it will give the more information about this list and display this list on a quick launch, display this list in a quick launch. So here you can see this section, this section is called as a quick launch, this section is called as a, this section is called as a quick launch. What do we call that as a quick launch? Okay, quick launch or left navigation. Okay, or quick launch left navigation. Okay, so these are the two names uh, given to this particular section, quick launch or left navigation. If we go here, I'll say display this list in a quick launch. As we can see, this list is not here in a left quick launch, so I'll say yes, I want it in left quick launch and I'll say save. So you can see here, you can see employee, you can see here employee 2021, see here employee 2021 list, here employee 2021 list is there. If I scroll down, you can see here employee 2021 list is there. So this employee is a different list, this employee is a different list, don't confuse with this employee list. Okay, okay, this one is also same list, this one is also same list, employee 2021 list. I thought this is it. So here still there is an employee there. So why this employee is there, let me check. So so I will, whenever we are in a navigation section, I will show you what is the navigation. Okay, so why this employee here and how we can remove this employee from here. Actually we have replaced the name with the employee 2021, and again what happening, employee 2021 is there. Okay, and means there are two links added here. Okay, and how we can remove this. Okay, we will come to that point. Okay, whenever we are in navigation section, at that time we will discuss. So as of now, employee 2021, so I have replaced and I said added in a quick launch. So in a quick launch you can see here employee 2021 I have, but earlier the name was employee. So earlier the name was employee. If you can see here, here you can see the list name is the employee only, but here you can see the, here I have changed the name as per the user. I have given the user friendly name. So there are two kind of names. First is the employee and another is the employee 2021 list. So here I'll say display name is employee 2020 list is the display name, and internal name, and what I'm saying internal name, or I'll say it as a static name, and which is the, okay, so which is the employee. So please try to understand here display name, whatever the name you can see here or you can see here. Okay, okay, which is the display name, but the name you will see which is the called as the display name. You can see here employee, which is the display, sorry, which is called as internal name or display name. You can change this name n number of times, you can change this name n number of times, but this is the internal name, remain as it is. So please understand the difference between internal name and display name. So moving ahead in other list settings, after that one more thing, as I have discussed here navigation, how we can change the navigation, how we can remove. I'll just show you that, and again I will move into the list setting. I need to go to the site settings. I just want to show you how we can remove this, but this is not part of our today's discussion here. So here employee is there, I'll click on that and I'll set it. So this employee will not be there. Okay, I click on home. So here you can see the employee will not be here, only one employee is there, because it was creating the confusion, so I have deleted that. Again we move back into our list setting topic. So list setting. Now next point is versioning setting. Okay, versioning setting. So try to understand versioning means, consider there are many people working on the same list item or same document, then which is called as, then we need to maintain the version of a document. Means if there is some list item you have entered, there is some list item you have entered, and which will go through the different people approval, and those people will update the item and they save that. So if you want to track the previous history of atom, or someone will say that roll back atom to the previous uh, details or the previous content, so how you will roll back, then for that purpose versioning setting will require. So moving into the versioning setting, how it will help us and how we can work out on a versioning setting. So in versioning setting, required content approval before submitting the item. If you say yes, okay, if you say yes, means require content approval for submitting the item, means you, once the atom is inserted, it will not visible to the people until and unless it will get a final approval. Once it will get a final approved, then only it will get visible to the, I say yes. Create a version of each atom each time you edit an item in this list. Yes, I will say yes. Create the version. Keep the following number of versions. I will say I want 20 version. Okay, I want 20 version. Keep the draft of the following number of approved version. So I will say again 10 version. Means what it means, keep a draft for the following number of approved versions. Keep a draft means once the particular version will get approved, then it will be in a draft. You can edit at any time and again save that version. Okay, so whenever we are working, then you will understand it. Any user who can read the item, who should see the draft items, so the version which is in the draft. So any user, or who only the user who can edit the item, only the user who can approve the item, and the author of the item, means the person who is going to approve the item and the person who enter the item, those are having rights to look into the draft version of an item. Okay, so now, so generally this is the right thing we have selected here, so no need to change, because whenever you are working on a draft item or a draft version of a document, then it's remain in a visible to the person who create that, and once draft is saved, then approve, it will be visible to the approver. Okay, approver. Okay, so we have maintained the version here. Okay, so as of now I am not going to save this. I just want to show you one thing here. I'll open the list in a different tab here. My list name is employee list, and here you can see if I click here any item and click here, here you can see version option is there, version more, version is option is there, no, version option is not there. Once I enable it, once I say okay, then here again, now I will refresh it. Now it's getting saved and it's saved. I have saved this version setting. Now I will check that. Okay, I will go here. You can see a version history. You can see a version history. I click on a version history, working on it. So there is only one version, that is the last version. There is no additional versions are there. Okay, because recently we have enabled that version. Now I will go. Now I will go here. Okay, and I will say edit. Okay, I will say edit and do some changes here. Sneha, okay, and I will change the mobile number. Okay, so I change two details here. Okay, and I save this entry. Now I will go here and click here and version history. You can see here there are two versions are created. There is the next version, this version is created, and this one. But approval status is still pending. Means this version is not visible to the person. Okay, this version. So earlier what was details? Earlier details was different. Now we have updated. We have changed the mobile number. So I will go into the Sham entry. Okay, I will check in a Sham. Okay, Sham having same access of on a same list. So I have opened this list. I have opened same list, same site with another user. His name is Sham. Okay, now I will go here and I'll check the student data. See, Sham having, see, refresh it. So one thing I would like to say, Sham having global admin access, also he is the owner of this site. So that thing we need to keep in mind. Let me scroll down. It takes some time. Okay. Have to click here. Okay. So after that, take some time to load the content. Now, so here you can see Sham can see the content which are not yet approved, but Sham still able to see this. Why this happening? So what I do, I will remove the Sham permissions. Sham having administrative access. That's why Sham can do. Sham can see the version. So he is the. I will go into the. So we are not in permissions as of now. So this thing is a bit common. You are not going to understand it immediately. So Pankaj, see the wrong Pankaj. Let me check Sham is there. Sham is not here also. See the Pankaj owner visitor. Let me check the admin center. Active site. The thing is that uh, we have given the global admin access to the Sham. That's why we cannot see the difference. That version is not approved, but still Sham can see the version. So what I do, I will change the Sham role. I have changed the user user. Okay, I have given the normal user access to the Sham. Okay, so once I go here, I have changed the Sham's permission. Alright, so please understand that I have changed the Sham role as a simple. Uh, Sham is as a simple user. Okay, Sham is as a simple user. So let's see what happens. Okay, so now I will go in the active sites, because in the site also we have given permission to the Sham. So I will go in the Caesar proper site. See here, Sham is the admin, so I will remove the Sham from here and save this. Now check that access of the Sham. It takes some time to load. Can I refresh? It takes some time to reflect the permission. Okay, so okay, it's changed now. Actually, there needs to be display access denied because we have not given expected permission to the Sham. I have recently removed his rights from a global admin, so it takes some permission. It takes some time to reflect it. Okay, so if you go here, it takes some time to reflect the Sham permission. If I go here, we are in versioning. Means if manage access, check the Sham, stop sharing, advanced. I am checking the permission of a Sham, what access Sham is having. Okay, full control. Still Sham is as a owner of this site. Even though I have removed the Sham from owner rights, but still his name is reflecting there. Okay, because I have changed it in a here. I did the change here. I have removed from Sham from this site's owner group. Okay, here permissions and here manage. Sham is not here, Sham is not here. Okay, group owner list, but still what happening, but still he is having in additional admin also not there. So still as I can check the permission, Sham having means already Sham having, but still we can see the permission are there for Sham. Okay, see full control is there. So if what I do, I will create the separate user here. Create, sorry, create user here, user, add user, and I will give the name, because see, due to the, if you can read this message, due to the recent increase in Teams usage, you are assigned the Teams license to the user. It may take around 24 hours. They will fully set up until they will won't be able to assign the Teams policies, and this, see, to reflect the changes it takes some time. Okay, so what I do, meantime I will create the another user, and I will Ram Kumar, and I give the different name of Ram. So Ram here only Ram, uh, password. Normally for this user change the password, because no. Next, it's a general user, assign the user product license. So create without any product license. Microsoft also the business premium. Okay, so I have given, and I'm not giving him the additional access on a C. He is having the normal access. Okay, normal access I have given. I'm not giving him the additional admin access. These the below access are read access. This below access are read access, and premium service access is not a administrative access. Here role no administrative access. So I'm not giving any administrative access. He is just a normal user, and I will say finish adding. Okay, so I have added the user. His name will be Ram. Okay, Ram. Now I will go here on Pankaj side and check the permission. Okay, here in permission, check permissions of a Ram. Okay, Ram is the new user we have added. So as of now, there is the Ram. Recently we have added the Ram. Recently we have added the Ram. That's why it's not able to visible in the search. Just a moment. Ram, no result found, because recently we have added the Ram. No, the thing is that just minute before we have added Ram, that's why it's not showing Ram Kumar Singh Ram. I'll put entire okay, just a minute. Again I will check the Ram. At least we need to give some time. Still not found. It takes some time. So whenever we are in permission, at that time I will clearly explain you. Means actually the here in IE, as you can see, Sham can see the changes here. Okay, Sham is able to see the changes on the particular list. Okay, without that version is not approved, but Sham can access this. Okay, Sham can access these details. Okay, so recently we have added the RAM, but the RAM is not uh, is getting searched in the SharePoint. Once it will search, I will discuss. As of now, so here, as I can see version history, we can see here there are versions are there. So there is another version created here, but somehow he did the changes here. But somehow after some days, Pankaj thought that I don't want that version. I want to restore with the previous version of the 25th December. So what he will do, he will just say restore. Okay, and he say okay. So once it will restore, so you can see that means the previous version will be the restored. Okay, so previous version will be the restored. As you can see here, Neha and his old phone number will be restored here. Means here we have as we have set in versioning setting, we have 10 different versions. We have 10 different versions here. Versioning settings, here you can say we can maintain 20 different major versions, okay, and draft versions are 10. So whenever we'll get the user added, then I will show you how once that approved, then only that version will be visible to the user, otherwise that version will not get visible to the user. Means approval means if we click here and just a minute here and more, approve and reject. You can see approve and reject. Once that version here is pending, you need to say this atom will become visible to all users. This atom will be visible to the all users. Reject means this atom will be returned to its creator and only be visible to the creator and all users who can see the draft version. And pending means will remain visible to its creator and all users who can see the draft items. All users who can see the draft items. So who are the all users? The creator and approver. Both are the both can see this. Now once I approve, this version will be visible to, and you can give the comment here. You can say final approve, okay, and I'll say okay. So once it will be final approved, then this version will be the major version and visible to the everyone, okay. So this is about the versioning setting. Again we'll come back to the versioning setting. If I'll discuss on versioning setting for files. I'm moving into the document library. So here I will what I do, I will upload one file here, okay. I will upload one file here, or I will do here Word file, okay, Word document. Yeah, it's here, okay, Word document. What I'm going to do, I'm creating one text document here, and how the versions are maintained for this text document I will show you. So it's loading. Meantime, I will check that. See, even though I have created the user as a RAM, but again I need to do the multi-factor authentication for RAM. So I will prepare the multi-factor authentication for RAM, and then we'll discuss more on that. So here, I will say test document, okay, test document here, editing, and it's saving. Here you can see save test document, and once you save, you can see document dot here. I rename the file name, say test versioning doc, okay. So I'll save this, okay, test version doc. So you can see here it will refresh. The file name will be the test versioning doc, okay. Now I have created test doc, and I'm going to some changes, okay. My changes are finished, and it will get, if you look here, it will just the same, okay. And I close this, okay. So if I go here in version history, you can see here also you can see the version history. And what is now, earlier we are in document library, and earlier there was list, okay. So I just check the library setting. In list, like list setting, in library there is a library setting. So here versioning settings are there, okay. So versioning settings are there. So here you can see required content, approve or submit the items, yes or no. Means approval is no here, but you can see the major versions are already created. Major versions, create major and minor draft versions, keep the following number of major versions, okay. So keep the draft for the following number of major versions, draft atom security, and required document to be checked out before they can edit it, okay. So I will discuss on all these points one by one, what is the meaning of the checkout. Before that, we just see here we have we can maintain the 5 major version of this document, okay. So I'll go back here in document. In document here we can see, I click here. So now, as of now, how many versions are there? Here version history. See, so how many versions are there? See, whatever the number of versions, first time, second, it means within a 2 or 3 minutes, there are this many versions are created. Means whatever the times, I will just see. If I enter this, enter here and working on doc. Okay, so I just say this. So again, once it's saved, then version will get created. Once it will say save, then new version will get created here. Again, I close. There are three versions. You can see that it's a saving. Okay, and now it's saved. If I go here and version history, still loading. Okay, so here let me refresh this. Version history. See, the four versions are created. And if so, now I have added this working on doc. Okay, so I close this. Okay, so if you want the previous version, you can say restore. Okay, and we say okay. Once you restore the previous version, the new version will be there. Okay, and once I click here, the content I was added, those will get removed. See, only text document is there. There was added few more text here, but that one is not there because I have restored the previous version. So this is about the document library versioning. Again, moving back into the list and list settings. Okay, so I again move into the list and list setting, employee list. So while working on the versions, so if simultaneously two people are working, then their separate versions will get maintained there. Okay, so here list setting, close this list setting. Okay, so now next thing is the advanced setting. So in advanced setting, as you can see here, in advanced setting there are different properties are there. So interviewer asks you what are the different properties are there in an advanced setting. So you need to see uh, you need to understand each property in an advanced setting. So this is called a, it's not general, it's an advanced setting. Okay, so advanced setting here I have said all allow manage content type. So managed content type is the separate topic. We'll come to that. It will take 2 sessions to understand the what is the content type. Okay, we'll come into that topic. Okay, so this is the related to the item level permission. So read access, read all items, specify which items user are allowed to read. So what I'm saying, user can read the all items, read items that were created by the users. Means here, if you say this, means whatever the items created by user, those are only visible to that user. If the items created by other users, those will not be visible to that user. But the case is that, let me check whether it will support or not. Here, create and edit access. Create and edit all items. Create items and edit items that were created by me. Means the whatever the item created by me, those are only I can edit. Otherwise, I will not do any change. Okay. So create and all items. If I said this, read the items, read all the items, but the edit access is on specific item, those are created by me. So you try to understand. So here what it means, I can read all the items, but I can edit the items, those are created by me. I cannot interfere in other items, those are created by someone else. Let me check again. I'll go back here and check the permission of a sham, whether sham's permissions are getting changed or not here. Otherwise I cannot show that effect to you. Okay, now sham is, there is no permission to sham, so it takes some time to reflect the changes. Okay, so now here I will get the access denied error because we have removed the sham permission. Now what I'm doing, I will give the read access to the sham here. Okay, I'm giving read access to the or okay. If to avoid the confusion, what I do, I will give edit access to Sham. Edit means he can create and add the item. Edit the item. Okay. So I have given the permission to the Sham as a edit. Okay. So here Sham now again I will go back here. We are not in permissions, so whenever we are in permissions, at that time you will understand the permissions and all. Okay. So here now Sham can access the things, but he is having some limited kind of access. So wait for a moment. Okay. If we go here, if we go here, Sham, here if I click on gear icon, see, see, you realize that there is some options are missing here. Okay, some options are missing, but the Pankaj having the sorry the but the let me refresh it. But the Raju, here is Raju having the admin rights. That's why you can see. Let me go in the settings. How I can show you home. Take some time and settings. You can see there are some additional options are there. Okay, so because he is having admin rights, now we're moving back into our list employee 2021 list, and in that list, what setting we change here in list setting, we change the advanced setting, and what we change here, we are saying that create and edit all item. I say here and save this. What I'm saying, create item and edit item. So initially I'm not going to save this thing. I just go in IE and I check here. Okay, employee list. Now the Sham having rights. Sham having rights to do any change in that particular site. Let me open it. So Sham can do any change here because Sham is having rights. Okay, see Sham can do any change because Sham having rights here and he can modify anything. Okay, he can modify anything even though uh, he was not created that item. Okay, he modified it and he saved here. Okay, so he saved it. See Rohan Rajput means he can change the thing. But if I change the setting, advanced setting, read all the items, but create items and edit the items that were created by user. Okay, so I'll save these things. Okay, I'll save this thing. Now again I will go back here. It takes some time to reflect the settings. Again I will go back here. Now check that whether Sham having rights to edit the other person items. Let's take some time. Edit. So this item is not created by the Sham, but still uh, Sham having rights to modify. See, sorry, you don't have access. You are getting means he was trying to do changes in that atom, but he don't have access. But the specific atom which is created by the Sham, that one he can edit. Okay, that one he can edit. But the atom which is created by the user, which is not editable to Sham. Okay, quickly I will show you. Test, you cannot rewind. Test Sham. Okay, keep this blank. Okay, so Sham added one entry here, last entry, and Sham can edit this item. Okay, As per our settings, what we have, we are saying test Sham. Sham having rights to edit the atoms, which one is created by him only, but he don't have the rights the atom which is created by someone else. Again, I will go here and show you. And I'll say save. Okay, see. Then it will use us the access denied message. Sorry, you don't have access. Right? So why? Because we have said we did the change in the setting here that the person which is having created the person who created the atom, they can edit the atom. Okay, so moving ahead, just you want to enable the list atom with attachment. You want to enable the list atom with attachment. Here it's a enable, means what is, if we go here and if you say click new, at the bottom there is the option and which is saying attachment. Here attachment. Okay, this attachment, if you say disable, it will remove that attachment. Make a new folder command available. If you say yes, here you don't have the new folder command, this new folder option is there. Okay, if you say yes, 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 new folder, you want to appear these things. If you want to appear the content in a search result, the search result means, if you can see here, if you can see there is a search list atom, or if you go on home, even though at that time also you can see the here search to this site. Okay, so if I'll say test, and it will search the content in my list and display the result here. Okay, see. So if I have added the content with the name test, those search content will appear here. Okay, so why? Because we search, allow these atoms from this list to appear in search result. If you say no, the content in this list will not appear in a search result. Okay, so again I will go back and check that here. See, the test version document, I have created that document. Okay, so that one is visible here. Okay, so again moving back. Okay, so for that purpose search is there. If you say search, if you say no, then it will not display the content. See any atom, say I'll refresh this. Take some time to load. So if I enter the Pankaj or Swami name, then it will appear in a search result. Okay, actually we apply the settings. Okay, see Swami. If I click on Swami here, it will redirect to employee list and display that item. See Swami. Stored data. It's in stored data. Let me check. See, actually Swami stored data. This one. Sub student calculated column, but we are working on an employee 2021 list. Let me check. So what I do, I will save the settings. Okay, as of now I refresh it. Okay, I refresh this and check that what is the search setting in that. Search setting is saying yes, allow this atom list appear in a search result, but Swami is not appear here. Is this all? This Swami store list, run calculated list. Swami, let me check the details in an employee 2021 list. So here, so capital is Swami, name column, uh, marketing. Let me check some new results. Okay, here I put the story as the capital here. These contents are not appearing here in the search result. See, allow non-default views from this list to appear in a search. Yes, non-default view. Non-default view. Let me check what is the view. All items and which is the default view. So non-default view from the list to appear in a list means all the views needs to be appear in a search. I say yes. Specify whether non-default views to be list should be indexed. Yes. Means indexing which is the part of the search. Means if the contents which needs to be appear in a search result, those needs to get through the indexing. Okay. If the content as of now, what I do, folder I say yes, and I disable this and I save this setting as of now. Okay. So I save this, and we go one by one here. So here I refresh it in list. Here you can see, here you can see if I click, you can see here folder option is there. Means you can add the folder as we have enabled the folder. If you can see atom here, see attachment is disabled. Okay. And third thing is search. Let me check Sholapur. Third thing is search. Sholapur. See employee. See, there are these contents are visible. See, Sholapur is there. Here is the Sholapur is there. That's why it redirect to that list. But I want specific content. If I click on that, see, it will display it from the employee 21 list. Okay. So some contents are appear in the search result, but some contents are not appear in the search result. So to configure the search setting, which is a separate topic, we'll discuss on that, how we can configure the search setting. As of now, we are in advanced setting. So whenever you say default view index, means if you have created your own views, those are also visible in the search result. Click the reindex button to reindex all the contents in this document library during the next crawl cycle. So what is the crawl? Okay, what is the indexing? We'll come to that point whenever we search. Okay, means if the contents are stored in the database. Okay, so consider there are 100 terabyte of data, 100 terabyte of data. Okay, means this is a huge data. So this data will get a crawl on a daily basis or weekly basis. Crawl means once it will crawl, it will create the index for that data. Index, it will create the index. Index means, as you know, you have read the book. Okay, so in your book you have index. So with the help of index we can find the particular content immediately in that book. Okay, you are getting my point. So same way, if I want to search some data, so I have indexed that data. So index is there, and once that index is there, so it will search in that index and it will point to that data in your repository in a database. Okay, so for that purpose, for search, fast search, indexing will require. And what you are saying, re-index list means if you have added the new content and user is saying the content is not visible in the list, so you need to say re-index list. So next crawl cycle, here it will be next time whenever the new content, then if there is a partial crawl is there. So what are, there are different kind of a crawl types, means a partial crawl, full crawl. We'll come to that point and discuss on that. So offline client availability, allow items from this list to be downloaded to the offline. You can say yes. Quick property editing, you say no. I'm saying no. Quick editing, quick editing means this is editing grid view which is called as quick editing, and I am saying no here. Di Dialog box, see dialog box, This feature is deprecated, no more use, because dialog box means earlier what happened, if you say yes, the content, whenever you say new item, it will open in here like this box, like this box. But this feature is deprecated. Now it will visible, now it will showing in the slide, it comes this through slide and open it in a side pane like this. Okay, so quick launch dialog which will not be uh, means which is deprecated. Automatic index management allow automatic management of indices. Automatic index management allows SharePoint maintain the column indices on this list to be provided with the best query performance within a few automatically created indices. Maybe you can by default it's yes means for search result, for filter it will helpful. Okay, so the thing, the words like a query, crawl, you will understand whenever we are in search. Okay, so list experience, display this list using the new or classic experience, new experience and classic experience. So classic experience, this is the old experience. New experience means whatever you can see now. Default experience, as of now the default experience is the, is the new experience, which is called as a modern experience. What I'm saying, see, I'm saying new experience is called, new means modern experience. Okay, and classic means that is the, old experience. Okay, so this is the old experience, this old, which means what kind of view you want, that is old or classic. If you say classic, see, now I'm going to save and show you how the classic. Sometimes user is saying it's new user interface, I don't like new user interface, I want earlier SharePoint 2016 premises or old 2013 experience. Then for them it will require, if you click here, see, oh sorry, I have clicked somewhere else, still not reflecting. Let me refresh. See, you can look and feel, you can see the how atoms, this is the old look and feel, you can see the old look and feel here. Okay, so I, now here you can see list, atoms. Okay, so now quick edit is also not here because we have disabled the quick edit. This is an old look and feel which is called as classic. If you want to reset as the modern look and feel, again you need to go into the list setting. So earlier list setting was here, and again you need to go into the advanced setting, scroll down and you will say default experience for this site. Again we go into the site. Okay, so again we'll come back to our old experience. Okay, old experience, many of us like this experience. Now edit in a grid view was missing here because we have disabled the feature. Okay, so this is all about the, this is about the some features in the list setting. Today we have explored the versioning setting, advanced setting. Tomorrow again we'll discuss on the remaining setting. Okay, so again I just to quickly recap this. So this thing is for access. This thing is a separate topic content type. Attachment, disable the attachment. Add the attachment column import, disable. I have disabled. You can enable it also. If you want folder, if you want to appear the data in search result, indexing, then offline. If you want to download the offline the content, quick edit. I have said no. Dialog, it will open in a pop-up. So this one is deprecated now. This indexes, then list experience. Okay, so these are all the advanced feature. So in today's session we stop here and we'll connect tomorrow's session with more properties. Okay, I'm discussing on